And even if they win the lawsuit, like retail will basically become happy. Some people will just take profits or basically recuperate some of the losses they had previously. But once that dies out, I think long term, when I say long term in crypto, that means 2 to 3 years. I don't see it panning out that great.
Bill, so a question for you. How do you see XRP movement? Or maybe this is a media question because it is news. How do you see the XRP movement based on the fact that XRP are looking to, in fact, going to definitely, it seems like it's going to definitely win the lawsuit that's taking place right now?
Okay, well, XRP is interesting because it's a payment system, right? And I think everybody's going to be looking for an alternative payment system to the dollar. Now, when XRP settles, like I don't know what XRP winning the lawsuit means. Some YouTubers think it means XRP goes to 3, right? Other people, I don't know. I would think that XRP might have to go away and they might have to replace it with something else. Okay. But I think this idea that XRP is an alternative payment system. So when you invest in crypto, things like XRP, QNT, think about crypto as, you know, literally a replacement for fiat currencies.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I personally think it's more of a trade idea or event-driven strategy rather than long-term compounding effect of XRP winning the lawsuit. I feel like one of their competitors, Solana, has Solana Pay, and they're also partnered up with USDC. So in terms of portfolio allocation long-term, I don't see merit of having XRP. I think there are better technologies out there. But in terms of short-term trade or event-driven strategy, since crypto is a bit of a niche and nascent industry, you can still say make some money out of it.
Could it be a case scenario of a pump and dump with just once it gets, once the lawsuit is won, could it be just a pump initial of excitement, hype behind it, but then it's going to die out quickly?
Yeah, I wouldn't say die out quickly, but die out evidently. Like over the period of time, it will die out because there's so many great options. Like one of the protocols we'll discuss today, called Near Protocol. They're launching their own stable coin. Then you have Solana. They have their own Solana Pay application. So XRP has huge competition from all different arenas of crypto. And even if they win the lawsuit, like retail will basically become happy. Some people will just take profits or basically recuperate some of the losses they had previously. But once that dies out, I think long term, when I say long term in crypto, that means 2 to 3 years. I don't see it panning out that great. I don't even see XRP in next 3 years, even in top 25.
Sure.
Is
anyone?
I actually agree with that.
Okay? Go ahead and share.
No, I'm under the same sentiment as Bill and
Mehdi, yeah.
Media, yeah. Because I know a lot of people are bullish when after the SEC comes back and says, hey, I mean, you guys are good to go and whatever. A lot of people think, and they're buying they're aping into XRP, expecting it to get to $3. I think what they don't realize that sometimes with the market cap, the way it is, it can only go so high. So I don't see it doing, or even though they make it an alternative form of payment, I don't see it making, a dent in the price as much. It's just like saying Dogecoin is going to go to $10. No, it ain't.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. There's only so much it can go to based on the market cap, right? And what about SHIBA? Anyone heavily invested in that?
Well, I know someone actually back when they launched that made $1 million from SHIBA, but that was back in 2021. No, it launched 2020 September, I think, and he sold after about 8 months. So I think it's not the fact that it's already done 100x or 1000x. I don't see it doing too much more. No, once it's on, I don't know. I just don't see it doing too much more of what it's already done.
But there's been a lot of adoption in SHIBA right now, specifically the Uber Uber's taking on payments now in SHIBA, and so we've seen a lot of this stuff taking place right now. Is it just a small cap crypto at the moment right now, and it will remain that, or do you think Mehdi, that it might go a little bit bigger than that?
I think it's part of culture now. Shiba and Doge. I think if Elon Musk, if he becomes a major shareholder in Twitter, he basically Doge will become one of the currencies of internet, and in sympathy, Shiba will also rally. And in terms of like short-term trade idea, let me quickly share my screen. Our AI, like our proprietary AI models in Tokenmetrics, they are
Sure.
actually picking up Shiba Inu on daily basis. So there is still some momentum. I think Bill can elaborate. I think Shiba is also getting listed in a couple of exchanges recently. So there's some, at least in the short run, there are some positive catalysts for Shiba Inu. Plus, I feel in long term, medium run to long run, it is still going to be a significant part of our culture. And if Elon Musk spearheads the Twitter, Doge will rally and Shiba could also rally in sympathy. So every catalyst from medium, short run to long run would be supportive of Shiba Inu.
Yeah, and there seems to be a battle on Twitter right now with regards to who's taking ownership. The shareholders are jumping in, more shareholders are jumping in, so everyone's trying to jump on Twitter right now. Quick question: anyone interested in privacy tokens? They're really a really strong narrative right now in crypto due to the government overreach. Is anyone paying a little bit more attention to the privacy tokens?
I mean,
Nobody?
apart from Monero,
Well-
what was the
Bill, did
Right.
you want to say
We
something?
were looking at Zcash, right?
Yep.
And the question in Zcash is, can you buy the dip? In other words, this year in crypto, right? Like Zcash did really well. Okay. And you can buy small dips, but once something pops, it hasn't paid to buy the really, like, I don't know, let's call it the big dips. Right. So let me see if I can share screen here.
And
bring
while
up-
you're doing that, Bill, let's just share with the viewers right now what privacy tokens are all about. Is it makes it difficult to work out who sent and who and what sent the certain crypto. So it really is a great thing when you're looking to try and hide your financial activity. And if anyone's trying to snoop on your financial activity, privacy tokens are a good way to be able to protect that and keep that hidden. So go for it, Bill.
Okay, so here's Zcash. Okay. Now, what happened in Zcash was it went from 90, no one wanted it in February, and then it went all the way up to 220. Okay.
wow?
And then there was this huge reversal. Okay, so it goes down. Okay, and then it hits the 62% retracement at 135. So basically, it went up a lot. It retraced 2/3, and as you can see on the way up, right, it paid to buy the small dips.
Yeah.
But what about this big dip? Like, everyone knows in crypto, right? You ride the trend, and when the party's over and the music stops, out, right?
Yeah.
So.
Out.
Yeah.
Especially in this rangy environment. So it will be interesting to see whether or not Zcash can hold a bid, because, Mehdi will go into this. One of my themes is that, I don't think the crypto market is going to be able to go up with rates going up, but that doesn't mean that there aren't one or two cryptos out there that could do well. All right.
Yeah.
So Zcash
Yeah.
is interesting. We're watching it, but I don't know if it's our top pick.
Yeah, there are a few others. In terms of privacy. Zcash is one of them, but there is now
Monero?
Monero is one.
Monero,
But
yeah.
Yeah, but apart from Zcash and Monero, which I kind of classify as generation one, there are a few other altcoins which I would classify as second or third generation. One being Secret Network and another being Rose, which is OS's network. So think of it like first generation, you had Monero, which is like Bitcoin. You can send and receive transaction, and those are private. But now imagine they're smart contracts. You can do smart things, and those smart things are also private. So let's say when you're doing lending, borrowing, that's private. When you're owning NFTs, you don't have, like, nobody can see your NFT. That can also be private. So two protocols that are facilitating that. One is called Secret Network, which I personally own, by the way, and I think in terms of long-term portfolio allocation makes sense. The second one is Oasis. Both, I think, at these prices and these valuation, are reasonable for medium to long run as well.
Yeah. Bill, are you still sharing your screen right now? That screen that you had with the chart on? Could we just pop that open again if you can with the chart of Zcash? Now, Simba, this is going to be something for you. And I know you're a technical guy. So if you look at this, and another question here was, what does Zcash do from this point? Well, if you actually take a look at the chart that Bill's showing right here, from an Elliott wave structure, we have a 5-wave structure. Normally, the market comes back to retest wave 1, which is normally giving us a wave 4 pullback. And this is actually a correction move. So if you see where the market pulled back to, whether you see that bullish engulfing candle right there on the right there, far right, well, where Bill's got his mouse there, go back to that where you had your mouse just now, Bill. Go back to the left. Yep, there's it. That's actually a wave 1 high right there. And the market comes back to retest that level and showing a bullish candlestick formation. This is a great setup for any wave count trader to go ahead and start looking to buy when they look at a setup like this from a technical perspective. So just a little heads up, check that out. Maybe monitor Zcash because there might be a rally in the near future.